What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Thank you for stopping in. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you have time, leave me a comment. I love talking with you guys. So today, I'm going to just basically do a short little video. There's not much video out there on the Urban EDC Supply exclusive Mcnees Mac 2. This is the 3-inch. I have decided to trade it away. Now, I had my issues with this knife, and they were all fixable issues. The horrible lock stick did go away. I'm not exactly sure what that was due to, but it did go away. The everything about this is finished perfectly. The scales are finished real nice. The hardware is very nice. The thumb studs are done well. The blade itself, not the edge, but the blade itself is done very well. A nice, useful drop point swedge coming to the tip, giving it some extra strength. A standard milled clip here. Well, a folded titanium clip. Probably something they could work on in the future. Make that a 3D milled clip, but that's not a huge deal as long as it carries well, and it does. The action on it is good when you get this guy, actuated. It feels pretty good. The detent's pretty stout, actually. The reverse flick is good. And then as long, typical frame lock, as long as you're not on the lock bar, it's good to go. I wouldn't call this this isn't a fidget knife like the new Kaiser Escort is here with that crossbar lock, their clutch lock, and it's not meant to be a fidget knife. It's meant to be a user knife that looks good. It's not even like a liner lock. A liner lock, with good access and then the right things inside the pivot, the right amount of either blade length or weight, can make a liner lock very fidget friendly. So if you're looking at a Mcnees, don't look at one to get for its fidget factor. Now, could you fidget with this knife? For sure. You could, but this isn't a knife I would buy to fidget with, like as being the sole intention of getting it. If you want a sharp looking little secondary carry that's going to carry small, it's got a very small profile, especially when closed. Especially when you put it up here, like let's look at, here is the Escort's profile when closed. And here is the Devo Knives Mash when closed. So you can see, and these knives aren't huge. The Escort's a pretty good size knife, but it's not a big knife by any means. And then the Mash is certainly not a big knife, but this carries very small, which is good in some people's use case. Some people don't want a 4-inch blade, 8¼ inch overall in their pocket. For some people, this is plenty. So in all those regards, I would say, this is a good American-made knife. The only issue that I still have with it is how the edge came. But that can be fixed, so it's not the end of the world. It's just a matter of it not supposed to be coming like that. Uh, you know, a knife is supposed to have an edge on it that is sharp, and this just did not come that way. We can get some quick specs on it. It is about 2 3/4 of cutting edge, and then a 3-inch total blade, and then you're shy of 6.5, probably like, what is that? About 3/8, I would say, 6 3/8 to 6.5, kind of right there where that tip ends. Closed up. It's just a hair. Well, it's like 3.5 on the dot. Maybe just a hair more than 3.5. And you're looking at like an inch and an eighth for its widest point there. And we will give it a weigh. My calipers are on the Fritz that I have. They're garbage. I do have a new set on the way. So these are 3.48, or this is 3.48, about a half ounce over what the ratios guys might like. But it is not a heavy knife by any means. It's actually, in the hand, it feels pretty light, and it feels good in the hand. Very comfortable, the way everything is kind of rounded and very soft. So I would say, Mcnees has some very high points, and then they also have some low points that they should definitely address before these knives leave their hands, basically. A final QC check of, check the action, check the lockup, look the knife over for blemishes, but they should definitely do a sharpness test also, just even if it's 1 or 2 slices added in there. How much extra time could that possibly take? If you're sitting there already with the knife in hand, it would take, and have a stack of paper sitting there. It would take a matter of snagging a piece of paper, cut it once or twice, and, you've made sure the edge is at least worthy of leaving your hands. So I figured I would bring in one of Urban EDC Supply's other exclusive, the F5.5 here in the Seigaiha. They both look astounding. The Nimble is by far my favorite, but these two, I like how this is kind of all over the place, and then this is kind of picture framed in there, almost like a onlay. The Nimble is similar to the F5 in that it's milled into the scale and kind of picture framed in. But they both look very good. Urban EDC Supply does a great job with their exclusives and what they, put up for sale. It's not something you can just get any old place. Typically what they have is either exclusive to them, or it's very, very tough to get your hands on, whether it's a Vero or they're usually niche type markets. A small designer like Jack Wolf or Vero, EMP, EDC, Brian Brown, Craig Brown, small designers. They get a lot of that type of stuff in, which is really cool because some of that stuff can get very hard to find. But all in all, I would say this could be a great little knife, especially a great little secondary. Had this come with a good edge, I'd still be trading it most likely, but it would have been a lot better package if I opened it up and it was sharp and everything else it had going for it. The lock stick would have worked out, and there was a time where I had to use both my thumbs to unlock this knife. So it was pretty bad at one point or another. But yeah, that did go away. I am trading this for, by the time you see this video, it'll be gone. But I did trade it for a Jaeger M with a fellow brother of the knife community. So I'll be sending this off and getting a Jaeger M in. So I haven't handled one of those yet, but I'm pretty excited. I've wanted one for quite a while. Hey, there we go. That's cool. Okay. Just wanted to check that out and see what that actually did. This is in XHP, CTS XHP. The handles are all stone washed. Everything is stone washed on the handle. And then you got that awesome Seigaiha pattern. One last little look. And we shall say goodbye. I'm going to package this up and it'll be going to our brother today, or it'll be leaving today. It's going to be a while till he gets it though. But alright guys, if you stayed through the whole video, I appreciate it. I love you all. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Give the video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good one, guys.